to you about building relationships with potential collaborators on Instagram. So when you go on Instagram, it's a great tool for discovering new people and topics and trends. It's one of the easiest social media platforms to discover things on because of its searchability with hashtags. So when you're going to build relationships on Instagram, where do you even begin? I mean, how do you build relationships with complete strangers on a social media platform, especially if you're aiming for the kind of collaborations that you should be, which are the really successful, beautifully curated, higher end shops, bloggers, photographers, things like that. The ones that you really admire, that you would be like ecstatic to get to work with. So how do you start to even build those relationships? Well, there's a few things that you can do. One, before you do anything, you should know that you need to go into relationship building without really a big end goal in mind. You need to not be thinking about what you're going to get out of this, because when you do that, you come across as unauthentic, not really genuine, and just doing it to get something, and everybody can sense that, and nobody will really reciprocate your efforts if you come across that way. So really you need to look at it as just growing your community, something that's just good for you to do anyway, engaging with other people and just putting your name out there and seeing what you can give back to them. You know, can you give them good engagement? Can you give them a positive word on their post? Can you DM them and say, I really love this thing that you created, it's so beautiful, and really genuinely mean it, not just, you know, saying it because you have to. Now, it's really important for you to find people that you really do feel excited about the potential of having a relationship with, getting advice from, giving advice to, working with, creating things together, being a part of a community with. You need to find people like that because that will help you be more authentic and genuine in your interactions with them. Now, the way that you can do that is start to look in your community, either by hashtags or, for example, I am in the hair bow business. So if I want to find other shops in that business, one of my favorite resources is to search the hashtag brand rep, because brand reps will have items on their children from a ton of different shops, and then they tag them all in the picture. So I can just click the picture and then all the shops will pop up, and then I can just say, okay, love this bonnet, so I'm gonna click that shop and then go search their feed and see, you know, do my research and do a little stalking of them. I do the same thing, you know, with shoes or moccasins or distressed denim or any of those things. You can do that same thing where you can find shops like that. Or flat lays, you can search hashtag flat lay and see outfits, you know, to find other shops to follow. You can also try searching hashtags of other shops that are in your industry, or if there's a huge competitor to you, a lot of other small shops will follow them. You can look at them, you can look at their following, you can look at their customers and see where else they're shopping. There's a million places you can get ideas of who to follow. And you should compile a list or immediately start to follow the ones that you really admire and like and want to build those relationships with. And then you just start to, on a daily basis, seriously, every day, consistency is key. You go through and you like and you comment on their posts. You just begin to engage with them. You're not expecting anything from them in return, you're just engaging. After you've been engaging a while and you get a good feel for them, you can reply to their Instagram stories, which sends them a message and just say something nice or ask a question. You can start to engage that way. You can send them a DM and say different things to them. You know, I've done it before where I'm like, this blanket you made is amazing. I love it so much. I just wanted you to know that I think it's beautiful. And who doesn't appreciate hearing that from somebody? You know, so that's something I've done, and then they've messaged me back, and we've gone back and forth quite a bit about, you know, how long have you been in business, and this long, and how about you, and it ends up turning into a relationship. Now, it's delicate, as Taylor Swift says, so you don't want to go asking favors right away, but you do just, engage. I've actually even purchased from people when, I know not everybody has the funds to do that, but when you see something you really love, what better way to show them that you love what they are doing than to purchase it and use it in your everyday life and tag them in your pictures of it and just say, I love this thing. I've bought gift cards to other shops to give away to my customers and tag them in it and just say, here, I love your product so much, I'm buying it with my own money and giving it away to my customers because I love it so much. So you just start to think, what can you do for them? Don't think about getting anything out of it other than just, how can you make them feel good? How can you help them? What can you do for them? And that's how you build relationships and get into this community. The small shop community, it's funny because you hear so much that social media has really taken all of our social lives and just shut them down, and really nobody interacts with each other anymore and all of this stuff that you hear out there. But with the small shop community, that's the opposite is true, I really think. I see it. There's so much community there. Everybody interacts with everybody else. There's lots of little cliques and different things to get involved in, but you have to be a part of the community in order to really take your business to the next level. So that's something that you should start working on now. Just start engaging. Engagement is free. You don't have to pay for it. You can start it today, right this minute, and you should. If you want to talk about this further, leave a comment below, or you can join us on Facebook and join the discussion. Just search Dream Building Boss Babes on Facebook, and we'll see you in there. Bye!